everyone, I'm Emma,
And I'm Isabel,
and we are
the
the
folklore.
Folklorians.
Was
Sorry,
that
I
good?
was really happy that it lined up so well.
Oh, okay, good. I felt so early.
No, that was exactly right because there's such a
Perfect.
delay.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm keeping that in. Guys, you just
Yeah.
witnessed a real accomplishment just
Yep.
now.
We're two fake librarians who bonded over our love of stories.
Yes, and before we talk about our first Cinderella movie of our Cinderella project, Isabel wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify from last week that we met working at a library, not just like existing in a library. Um, because that's where the fake librarians thing comes from.
Yes, we were just two girls working in a library and fully enjoying our jobs that were super fun. And
A library that shall remain nameless.
no, but we
We
did have a good time. You were the best part of the library for me.
were great friends.
We were,
That's
and
why
thank
we ended up at a library conference.
exactly. And everything was different after that moment. So thank
Mhm.
goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing those things up, Isabel. That was awesome. And today we're gonna watch, or we're gonna talk about Cendrillon. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Like I said before, Isabel is our French expert who totally is completely fluent in but you still know a lot, so I will
I
always
know how
refer
things
to
are
you.
pronounced and what
Check me
some
on
things
this
mean.
part as well, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak in French again. But we're talking about Cendrillon, which was directed by Georges Méliès.
Yeah.
Yes,
Melier. No S on the end.
Méliès. I keep wanting to add
The S is
the S.
silent.
My bad. Um, all right. We really should learn French. I want to learn French. This will be part of my Cinderella project is learning French. I need to learn the whole language. Cendrillon is the earliest adaptation that is accessible to the masses that we've been able to find. There was one movie where it came out in 1898, directed by George Albert Smith, but apparently it's considered to be a lost film, so we couldn't seem to find it anywhere. But one day we will. And I keep every time we find something that's lost, we're gonna find it. It's gonna be I'm manifesting that
It
we'll find it.
literally might not exist.
It literally might not, but also
But if it does, we're
we will
gonna
find
find it.
it. Yeah, dreams can come true as well. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of this.
A dream is a
Um,
wish your heart makes.
yes. And this movie came out in France in October of 1899, but it came out in the US on Christmas Day in the same year. So I think that's really fitting that like a magical movie came out on a magical day.
This adaptation is based on the French fairy tale by Charles Perrault. This was another clarification I wanted to make from last time, actually. I forgot to mention his name. I just said the French fairy tale. So it was by Charles Perrault, written in 1697. And as a fun fact, this is possibly the first film ever to use cross dissolves between scenes. So this is available on YouTube. You can watch it. You'll see like as like we cut from one set to another, it'll just fade. And it is at least it was a very revolutionary technology at the time, and there's a possibility that it's the first one to ever do this. And for more information about the filmmaking, we'll put a link to the source where I got that from in the description. It's from JB Kaufman, who has a website, and so we'll link that in the description.
Awesome. And yeah, we'll link in the YouTube video of the actual movie that we watched. We'll have a playlist as well available on this channel where you could see all of our silent films and the different adaptations that we've been able to watch through YouTube. Those will all be available here. And if you want to hop off of this one to watch the movie before we talk about it, you're welcome to. But we're just gonna get right into it. So it's a live action silent film, and this one has no music at all, so it's being true to its fully silent filminess.
Yeah.
And unlike some other silent films that we're gonna watch in the future, and what I thought was kind of like a standard thing in a lot of silent films, there are no cue cards in this one. So it's all very just scene by scene, like a normal movie, but kind of funky because like no words. So
Yeah.
you gotta actually like pay attention.
Yeah. It's pretty it hits all the major plot beats, but it's not super detailed. I mean, it's like 6 minutes long. Another thing that Kaufman mentions is that it's relying on people to know the story, and it's a visual representation of a story that people already know rather than like a full retelling kind of the story.
So I guess we'll just get into the movie. The first thing we see is Cinderella's stepfamily abandoning her. Like you see the stepmother's like just in the doorway leaving. But we clicked around a bit and that like it seemed like there could have been more that went on before this exit of the step family, but it seems like that might have just been where it started. And we get right into Cinderella crying by the fireplace and everything, super sad. And then who shows up, Isabel?
Fairy godmother appears. In the one in the playlist, there's like a remnant of the um hand coloring that they did in, I don't know if it was a special edition or whatever. Obviously, it was filmed in black and white, but the fairy godmother's dress is pink. Um, the rest of the movie is black and white. So that's all that remains of the color, like the hand painted version of it. But the fairy godmother appears, and Cinderella brings in a rat trap, and the rats come out and are turned into footmen, and she carries in a giant pumpkin, and it's turned into a carriage. They do that with like they'll like hold still and then they'll do a cut scene with a new prop piece, which is kind of a fun
Yeah,
effect.
it's super
And
cute.
yeah, her dress gets turned into a beautiful ball gown and she rides out of the kitchen.
Yes, the pumpkin is in the kitchen. Not to be all, how are they going to get out of there? But it was cute. It was
Looked
funny.
like a ship in a bottle,
Yeah,
but I guess it worked out.
it wasn't a Cinderella like 2015 situation where it literally bursts open the whole
Explodes out of the
greenhouse
house.
that it's in or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so Cinderella goes to the ball and she's looking all cute. She also, was this before or after that she encounters her sisters? Before, does she dance with
Uh,
the prince before or
Kind of at the
after?
first. The sisters is at the beginning.
Okay, so she sees her sisters, which um, I thought that the sisters like didn't recognize her and that they were just being petty and mean by like scoffing at her and turning around when she tried to like say hi or something. But like, what did you think, Isabel?
It's I thought maybe they recognized her, and also like at the end when she is turned back into her rags, they're still there. So I think by the end they probably do know that it was her at the ball, but a little ambiguous there.
Hmm. Which is interesting because I feel like most times in these Cinderella movies, like if anybody does recognize her or does pick up that it's Cinderella, it's the stepmom who notices.
Right.
And that like, oh, the sisters are too busy
They're
trying
too
to get the
stupid.
attention of the prince or
Right.
something, or
Yeah.
they're a little ditzy. And yeah, it's always like the stepmother who knows what's going on. But I don't even recall seeing the stepmother like at all
No,
in the
she
ball.
leaves, like walks out the doorway at the beginning, and she's literally never there again.
Very negligent, very
Yeah.
mean. Um, but Cinderella dances with the prince, who was super cute. He was very excited to meet her and like immediately takes her into his arms to dance very not spectacularly, but it's cute. And then we approach midnight, and as the story goes, everything starts to fall apart a bit. And what happens?
Um, in this adaptation, interestingly enough, like I kind of mentioned earlier, she does turn into her rags at the ball. So midnight, a clock troll shows up. It's literally just a man with a beard and a clock and points at midnight. Midnight comes with the clock troll. The fairy godmother appears at the ball and turns her back into her rags and sends her away. So in the ball, she turns back into poor Cinderella. They all kind of make fun of her and she runs away really quickly. But the prince does get one of her shoes. And it's not a glass slipper, it's one of her poor person shoes.
Yes, like he immediately follows her knowing that she's poor
Yeah.
and not some mystery princess or something.
Yeah. So she gets from like she runs away, gets back to her house, and then we have this kind of like creepy dream sequence kind of thing. Like she is tortured by time where like a giant clock appears and there's more clock trolls and they're all dancing at her and she's haunted by time. Um, but it all works out.
It all works out because the next day the prince shows up and, to be fair and everything, he lets the sisters try on the slippers. Obviously, it doesn't fit, but then he goes to Cinderella. She fits the shoe and everything. And the fairy godmother shows up and gives her her dress back. So she looks all nice and pretty again. And they go off and get married.
Yes. And there's more dancing. This time instead of clock trolls, after they like walk in the church and there's all these like maids or something
Unclear,
outside, like
man.
super unclear. I'm like kind of androgynous too. I can't tell if they're all girls or if there's some men in there. If the ones in shorts are men, they're very tight-fitting shorts. Anyways, there's like a 2-minute dance sequence after they enter the chapel with these maids, I guess, and the ballerina comes out. And then there's a curtain call with everybody where they just kind of strike a pose, and that's the end.
Happily ever after. It's very
Yep.
cute, short and sweet, and
And
yeah,
mostly dancing. Like, I
mostly
cannot
dancing.
stress enough how long. It's
It goes
literally
on for
almost
a
a
sec.
third of the film that they are just these maids dancing after the story's completely over.
Like it's longer than the dance at the ball,
It
like
is.
between the prince and
Yeah.
Cinderella. So
Yeah.
they
Yep.
really want you to appreciate this dance.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story. So now we can move on to the slipper test.
Mhm.
Okay, so first off, stepmother, stepsisters, they're not really around very much in this thing. Stepmother, we gave her a one because we like only saw her for like 5 seconds as she's walking out the door. So she was there, but nothing
Yeah.
really crazy to say about it. And
Yep.
then the stepsisters, we gave them a three. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. They're mean to Cinderella at the ball and at home. They try on the shoes, and that's basically everything that we need from them. So it's so hard because it's like you want to give less, kind of, but then it's like, to be fair, it's like for what it is, they did do what the story calls for them to do.
Yeah. Yeah. three's nice and mid. And if we
Yes.
have more issues later on, we can amend it, but three seemed fair.
Hmm.
We
And
gave
who
the
was
fairy,
after that? Oh, sorry.
yeah, we gave the fairy godmother a 2 out of 5 because Loki, she was super mean. She's
Yes.
like very bossy and like, I mean, not to like, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you and whatever, but like, she could have been a little nicer about it. Like, she gave Cinderella 15 seconds at the ball, turned her into a poor person again in front of everybody, and just like scolds her and tells her to go away, like she was just kind of mean. So we gave her a 2.
Was. Yes. And I mean, I know that I need like a lot of external validation and reassurance sometimes, but like the girl just never smiled. And I think
No.
like yeah, every fairy godmother just tends to have at least one soft moment of like,
Yeah,
oh,
no soft moments for this
no
one.
soft moments. So I
Yeah.
know I was intimidated.
Yeah. Yeah, she was intimidating, which isn't what we
Hmm.
want out of a fairy godmother. But if that's your thing, that's fine. Anyways, we gave her 2. And then unfortunately, we also are giving the ball gown a 2 out of 5. And maybe it was better in the colored version. Again, the only remnants of the colored version is like a pink dress on the fairy godmother. But like, it was super mid. It was not the prettiest dress at the ball. I mean, to be fair, it didn't like show up very well in the film because it's not very good quality of a
Hmm.
recording, or maybe my screen doesn't do a very good quality, like doesn't do enough frames per second or something. I don't know much about that, um, but like it was just kind of there. It was just a dress and it looked like everybody else's dress, but not even as nice as some of the other dresses.
It
So ball
felt
gown was
like,
too.
yeah, I agree with that because it felt just like what any basic rich person would wear just in their normal day rich life instead of at a ball.
Yeah,
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 IDK.
just a
But
dress.
instead, like, I know that we've had a lot of like sad mid stuff going on in terms of our rankings, but the prince, we gave him a 4. He was nice, he was a gentleman, he was excited to be with this like awesome girl. He was dedicated to her even when she turned out to not be like a rich lady or something. So I love the lack of classism in this man, and he was just like even nice to the step sisters as well. He was just a decent guy, and then he whisked Cinderella away to marry her. So I have no complaints.
Yeah, no, I think he was great. Four out of
And he had
five.
cool hair.
Yeah, he did. Uh, that's kind of a high point, because the romance we gave a 3. It was there.
It
Like the
was there.
stepsisters, it did what it said it did on the box. And Cinderella also, she was there, she did all the things, she cried, she danced, but nothing like stand out about the romance or about Cinderella herself. So both of those we gave a 3 out of 5.
Mhm. And I think it's fair because we have some great romances to come, and
Yeah.
not all of them can be a 5 out of 5.
And some bad ones. And
And
this is better than those. So 3 seems good.
could be so much worse, as
Yeah.
we will see.
Yes.
And then we have like some other fun things to say before we get to our final category.
Yeah, so the outstanding performance from this adaptation was the clock troll. A round of applause for the clock troll. It was great. It caught us
No,
so
the
off guard
hilarious.
the first time he showed up. He's there for a very long time, he gets way more screen time than the stepmother or the stepsisters and most of the cast, honestly. Like he's
Honestly,
up there. He did a great job.
our superlative for this one is most maids in shorts. As Isabel said earlier, we have no idea, guy, girl, who the flip they were. there were just it was more shorts than I had seen in an
Very tight
old.
shorts too.
They were they were not flattering.
They were not
It was
cute.
kind of bad, but it was still fun. And
Overall, the fashion in this, not good.
we needed some. We there was more to be desired in the costume department, to say the least. But now we get to go on to the best category, Isabel.
So, Emma, is this love?
It is a lovely night, Isabel. That is our like second to best ranking, if you remember from our introduction video. It was a great movie. Like it was just like short and sweet. It had the plot points that we know and love, and I think the real thing that makes it just a step above passing is the prince and the
It was
clock
great.
troll.
It
Yeah.
was great. And it being like the maybe second ever adaptation of Cinderella on the big screen. So, like, for what it is, like 1800s.
The
It was great.
1800s.
That
And the
was
fact
a
that we have
long
access to that
time
on
ago.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Yes,
possibly first film of Cross Dissolves. It's good for what it is. It was really cute.
it is cute.
Yeah.
And a great start to our Cinderella project. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
We'll see you next time.